Hello friends, I am Sanjay Joshi and has been training students to successfully face quantitative ability, logical reasoning and data interpretation in a various competitive exams for more than 20 years. Friends, today I am going to discuss some very important concept from the chapter Simple Interest and Compound Interest. Let's have an overview of the session. First of all, in this session we will do questions on difference between compound interest and simple interest, followed by compound interest and simple interest for same time and different rate and find rate percent. Then investing the money into different rates, followed by the borrowing of the money from two money lenders and then loan at the fixed rate and floating rates. Friends, let's start with the session. Now first question is difference between compound interest and simple interest on a certain sum of money at 10% for 3 years is 930. Find the principal if it is known that interest is compounded annually. Now friends, first of all, I would like to tell you I have solved each question in a detail. Like you can see in a next slide that it is given in the detail that principal equal to 100, like in the schools you used to do simple interest equal to formula P into R into T by 100, and then you find the simple interest and then find the compound interest and then find difference and then you will apply unitary method. But now straightway friends, if you want to do, you should know that difference between compound interest and simple interest, 10% rate is 10% for 3 years. Friends, as we know, simple interest is 10 into 3, 30 for rupees 100. So simple interest will be straightway we can write 30 rupees. Compound interest, if I'll assume 100 as a principal for 10%, can I do 1.1 into 1.1 into 1.1? So simply what does it apply? 11 cube. 1.1 into 1.1 into 1.1 is 11 cube. So what is 11 cube if we are aware? 1331. So rupees 1 will become 1.331. So friends, what will rupees 100 become? 133.10. This is the amount. And what will be the compound interest? Amount minus principal. So if we deduct 100 from this, that means we are getting 33 rupees 10 paisa as the compound interest. So what is simple interest? 30. What is compound interest? 33.10. So what is the difference friends? 3.1, 3 rupees 10 paisa. So this 3 rupees 10 paisa is difference on rupees 100. So for, and what is given here? 930. For 930 I have to find principal. So I will do into 930 and straightway you can get the answer. Clear? And we can do these type of questions orally friend if we are aware. For our convenience what we are doing, I am writing here. But in exam you have to do all this question orally. And one thing I would like to say you that you have to learn Q from 1 to 26 because these Qs will be very helpful in your compound interest chapter, in compounded growth, in data interpretation, in various chapter of maths also friends. So suppose if you have 20%, so for 3 years, what you will do for 20%? 1.2 into 1.2 into 1.2. Again, if you are aware of about 12 cube, it will be very easy, 1728. Now suppose if it is 30%, 1.3 into 1.3 into 1.3. So what is 13 cube? If you are aware, 2197. So it will be very easy for you. So cubes 1 cube to 26 cube will be very helpful. Clear friends? Now method you can see in the next slide. Now move to next question. Simple interest on a sum of money for 2 years is rupees 280. Now simple interest is 280 for 2 years and the corresponding compound interest is rupees 308. Find the rate percent. Now as we know, simple interest for 2 years is 280. So that means for 1 year it will be friends 140. Now we will see the solution. One thing is very important which we have to learn, as we are aware simple interest and compound interest for the first year is same. Why friends it is same? Because principal is same. Initial principal for both the sum will be same. So simple interest and compound interest for the always first is same and it will be the starting point for various questions. In this case, now we can see for 2 years it is 280. So simply I have done 280 upon 2. Simple interest for 1 year will be 140. Simple interest will be first year 140. You can see compound interest will be also 140 because it will be same. Again for second year simple interest will be 140 because it is for 2 year 280. Now here it will be 168 because total compound interest is 308 minus 140, it will be 168. This is compound interest for second year. Now what is difference? Difference is 28 rupees is the friends difference. And what is compound interest? Interest on interest is compound interest. So we can find 8%. Interest upon principal into 100 is the rate percent. And what is interest? What is difference? 28 rupees, which is interest on interest. 28 upon what is principal? 140, because we are getting 28 rupees more on 140. So 28 is what percent of 140? It will be 1/5, which will be 20%. So rate is 20%, rate of interest. So learning here is that SI and CI of the first year is same. And believe me, it can be a starting point for friends various questions of compound interest and simple interest. So now move to next question. A man invests rupees 22,200 in two parts. First part at 10% for 4 years and second part at 8% for 7 years, and received equal amounts. Amounts received are equal. What is amount, friends? Principal plus interest. Suppose if one part is X. Now we will see the solution. After that I will tell you. This is in a detailed solution, friends. That first part X, second part 22200 minus X. After 4 years at 10%, X will become 1.4X. After 7 years another part, and then you will solve. This is by proper method and you can see at your own. Now how we can do if we want to do it early? Friends, choices can also help you if you will think logically. A man invests, what is the amount? 22,200 in two parts. First part is 10% for 4 years. That means can we say effective interest will be 40%, 10 into 4. Second part is 8% for 7 years. It will be 56% and received equal amount. So that means after the maturity of the two parts we are getting equal amounts. First part is 40%, second is 56. Can we say logically if the first part is 40%, rate of interest 40%, that means it should be on a higher side than the second part. So now if we'll say divide half of 22200, approximately it will be 11,100. So that means your value of the first part should be more than 11,100. This is rejected, this is rejected. Now these two choices are there. Now you can multiply if you are good in calculations. Like 117, if first part is 11700, this is the principal, and what is the amount? Into I will multiply it by 1.4, because if first part is X, then it will become 1.4X. And second part will be difference of 22200 minus 11,700 minus 11,700, it will be 10,500. And 10,500 if you multiply with 1.56, these both part will be same. You can multiply. 14 into 7 is 98, 14 1 14 plus 9 is 23, 14 1 14 plus 2 is 16380. So it will also be 10500 into 156 by 100 will be, if we say it will be 39 by 25. Multiply 39 by 25. It will again be 24 into 4, then into 2. 420 into 39 will also be 16380. So these two parts will be same. There is no need of solving this. If you think logically, 12,240 and difference will be 22,200. It will be 9960. And if you will see logically, these two parts cannot be same. Simply you can check magnitude, friends. What is the meaning of magnitude? Simply you can check. I am writing here. If this is the option 12240, 12240 into 1.4 first part, it will be approximately 14 into 12, 168. something. Now if the second part is 9960 into 1.56, it will be, if I say it is 10,000 into 16, I will do approximation, it will be less than 16,000. So that means these two parts cannot be same. I'm telling you it is taking too much time, but again, if your logic is good, friends, believe me, you can do this question orally without writing within 20-30 seconds. And these small things will help you a lot in the end. So simply think how we can do, why we are taking it as a more, because it is 40%, it is 56%. So that means your first part should be on a higher side. Now move to the next question. Here everything is discussed in detail, so you can see, you can go through if you want to check. Now next question is, Rahul and Rohan invested some money at 6%, 7% per annum for 2 years. For 2 years, they found that together they received 354 as an interest. Now 1/4 of Rahul initial investment is equal to 1/5 of the money invested by Rohan. Now first of all, let's do it in a detail, and then I will tell you how we can do it orally with options. Now here it is written Rahul and Rohan, 1/4 of Rahul. Here it is given 1/4 of Rahul is equal to 1/5 of Rohan. So Rahul by Rohan equal to 4 by 5. After that, some students will take it as a 4x and 5x, 4y, 5y. But again, what I will have to tell you, that always take numbers. It can be, you can take 4 rupees, 5 rupees, you can take 40, 50, you can take 400. Now suppose if I'll take Rahul investment as Rahul 400 and Rohan 500. So on 400, because if I'll take 4 and 5, it will be in decimal. So avoid decimal, friends. So 6%, Rahul investment 6% for 2 years. So that means simple interest 6 into 2 will be, it will be, friend, 12%, and 12% of 400 will be 48, and 7%, 7 into 2 Rohan equal to 14%, friends, of 500, it will be 70. You can do it orally. For our convenience, I am writing. You can do orally. 12% of 448, 14% of 570, it will be 118. Now this and here it is given 354. So here we can find relation. 354 is 3 times of 114. But again you will apply unity method. If 118 is interest, then money invested is how much, friends? It is 400 plus 500, 900 investment. If interest is, if 354 is the interest given, then money invested will be 900 upon 118 into 354, which will be 2700. So this is your answer. You can do it orally. No need of writing. So don't take 4x, 5x, then it will be in decimal, and sometimes it can be lengthy process. Again, friends, if we want to do it orally, how we can do it? You can see 1/4 of Rahul initial investment is equal to 1/5. So that means 1/4 of Rahul equal to 1/5 of Rohan. So can we say Rahul by Rohan, like in the slide 4 by 5, and answer is in whole number. So that means, and total investment 4 plus 5, 9. That is, answer should be multiple of 9, because there is no, this is in whole number, answer is in whole number. So that means figure should be in a multiple of 9, 4 and 5. So only this is not divisible by 9, not divisible by 9, not by 9. Only single option is there. So you can take a chance if you are having a less time. There is no harm in this process if only single multiple is there. But again, best is you can solve. But again, if you are running short of time, then you can take a chance, because 90% chances are there that you can get a right answer. Dear friends, you can see multiples. Method I have already explained and told you how we can do it with options. Now next question is, Rahul borrows rupees 3,000 in total from too many lenders. Total investment is 3,000. Sorry, he borrows 3,000. One is 12%, He pays interest at the rate of 12% per annum for one loan, 14% per annum for the other. Total interest is 408. How much money he borrowed at the rate of 14%? Again, first of all, we will do by detailed method, and then I will tell you how we can do it with options orally. So this is the detailed method, like in the schools we used to do. Rahul borrows X at 12%, 3000 minus X at 14%, then interest is X into 12 by 100 plus 3000 minus X, everything is given. So this 2400 is your answer. You can check. But again, if you read, think logically, friends. Rahul borrows 3000 in total from two money lenders. He pays interest 12% and 14%. Total interest for the year is 408. Question is, how much is borrowed at 14%? Now simply, friends, if you will say 3000, 14% of 3000 will be, if whole money he has borrowed from at the rate of 14%, what is the interest, friend? Into 1.4, it will be 14,340 to 420. Now can we see 408 is close to 420? That means what we can conclude, that the major portion that he will borrow is near to 3000, is close to 3000. So now we can go through the options. Here you can see options. 600 is less, 1200, 1800 is close to 50-60%. Only what is left is 2400. If we'll think logically, because 408, 3000, 14% is 420. So we can apply, we can say here options also. And you can, if you are aware of the allegation, friends, allegation you can also apply. If we are aware, those who are aware about the allegation, I will tell you in short. Like the total money is 3000. What we can assume in allegation? What is given? 408. 408 I can write in the center. If the whole money 3000 he borrowed at 12%, what is the interest? 360 at 12%. Whole money if it's borrowed at 14%, what is the rate of 14 into 3 is 420. This is only for those who are aware of the allegation. Otherwise you can see the video of allegation also, allegation mixture. Then this minus this will be 420 and 408, it will be 12. 360 minus 408, it will be 48. So ratio will be 1:4. That means if we are investing 5 rupees, that means 4 rupees we are investing at 14%. So 4 by 5 and total money is 3000. So that means 2400. Again we are investing at 14%. And if you are aware of the allegation, you can do it orally. There is no need of writing. Simply what we can think: 3000, 12%, 360 here, 14%, 420 here. In center, what we are getting? 408, and then apply. Simply you can get the ratio. Options also, full method is there, but again for these things you should be well aware about the concept, how we can eliminate choices, why this is happening. Clear, friends? Now move to next question. Raja has applied for a loan of rupees 3 lakh. Total loan applied is 3 lakh. He has two options. First is a fixed rate compound interest of 20% for 3 years, and the other is floating compound rate of 30% for first year. In first case, fixed rate is 20% for 3 years, and here it is 30% for first year, 20 for second, and 10 for third. If he repays the loan after 3 years, in both cases after 3 years, then what he's asking, which option is beneficial to Raja and by how much? Now, this is a detailed method which is given in the books. Fixed rate of 20% per annum compounded annually, amount equal to 3 lakh into 1 plus, same formula, principal into 1 plus r by 100 ki power n. So it will become, after solving, you have to do lot of calculation. 518400 at floating rate of interest 30, 20, 10, it will be 514800 after solving. 514800. So difference between will be 3600. So that means at floating rate of interest Raja is paying 3600 less. But this is in a detail. How we can do it orally, friends? If we want to do it orally, forget about this 3 lakh. Forget about this 3 lakh amount. Take it on rupees 100. Take it on rupees 100. As already told in first question, 20% for 3 years. So friends, so 100 rupees will become 100 into 1.2 into 1.2 into 1.2, which will be 172.80. So this 100 rupees will become 178.80 in fixed rate of compound interest, and other is floating. So can we say for floating 100 into 1.3 into 1.2 into 1.1, 30% for 3 years, so 100 will become 1.3, 130, then into 1.2, again concept of percentage, or you can say compounded growth. So when you multiply 1.3 into 1.2, it will be 1.5600 into 1.56 will be 156, and then 156 into 1.1, it will be 11 into 6 is 66. There are two ways. Either what you can do, 156 add 15.6, 10%, it will be 6, 6, 5, 11, 171.6. This is one way, because 156 into 1.1, I have taken 10% of 10% of 156, which will be 15.6. Or either you can multiply 156 into 1.1, it will also be same, 171.6. In this case, what he is doing, he is paying 171.6. In first case, he is paying 172. So what is the difference, friend? 172.80 minus 171.60, it will be 0, 1.20. 1 rupees 20 paisa he is paying less in floating rate. It is for rupees 100, friends. So what is the amount? What is the loan applied? 3 lakh. So for rupees 3 lakh, it will be 3000 into 1.2, because 2 zeros we can cancel with hundreds. You will apply unity method. For rupees 100, difference is 1.20. For rupees 100, friends, difference will be 1.20 for rupees 3 lakh. So 2 zeros will be cancelled. It will be 3600. So that means floating rate of interest is good for Raja. He will pay 3600 less. So all these things you can do early. There's no need of writing 20%, 1.2, 1.2, 172.8. Simple floating. 30 into 20, 56, 1.3 into 1.2, and 56, 10% is 15.156, 10% is 15.6, 171, if you are good in calculations. So you should learn your tables, 12 to 19, squares 1 to 40, cubes 1 to 26, percentage chart, fractions. All these things are interrelated, friends. So in this case, answer is rupees 3600 in floating rate. Clear, friends? So try to do, when you are doing all this question at your own end, try to do all this question orally. How we can approach now, at what way choices are given. Clear, friends? It is followed by some practice questions, and these questions are based on already the questions which we have done. Now just go through questions. Question 1, this is question 2, then question 3 is there, after that question 4 is there, and then followed by answers. Clear, friends? So I think that message is clear, that you have to improve your calculations, you have to improve your logic. Just read carefully what is asking and improve your calculation. So if you really want to see more videos, then enroll on friends HitBullsEye.com. Thank you very much.